Alright, Cyberchat's Build Ideas Episode 3. The Rule of Cool. As you guys know, if you've been watching these, the 12 of you maybe, I make build ideas. They're short little videos for you guys to maybe just get a couple ideas for your build for Cyberpunk 2077, whether it helps you before the game comes out or 10 years later. They'll still be here, hopefully. If you guys have any ideas, feel free to comment them, and maybe I'll make a video about them. So, with that being said, the Rule of Cool is more than a cyberpunk thing. You may have heard it other places, similar to style over substance. So what that is in the cyberpunk world would be doing cool things instead of alternate options. For example, you have to get out of a building, jump out the window, take the stairs. Obviously you jump out the window because that would be the cool thing to do. It will trickle down into smaller things, dialogue choices. Are you going to do the cool thing and stick up for somebody, stick up for yourself, say something? Or are you going to be quiet and try to let a situation dissolve itself? That wouldn't necessarily fall in lines with the rule of cool, because although what you think is cool is subjective, in the Cyberpunk 2077 lore and world in general, there is going to be obvious status quos and obvious ways of thinking in the world that if you're going to get deep enough into a role play, you have to understand that this is cool in this world versus this is cool in our world, and you have to make that distinction yourself. Let it just be noted that the rule of cool does not tie in with Cyberpunk's skill tree or perk of cool, where cool in the Cyberpunk game as a perk means ways you can handle situations, how cool you are in a situation, level-headed, how you hold a gun, how you can handle things when you first are starting to learn them, whereas the rule of cool is actual being cool. So if you go to upgrade your character in Cyberpunk 2077 and you're like, ooh, I want my guy to be cool, that's actually not how people perceive you. They're not going to think that you're a more cool person because you've upgraded your cool stat. You're actually going to be a more cool, calm, and collected person, is what the perk is inferring to. So nothing to do with the rule of cool. That being said, in a less extreme build of this, you can choose to still be that silent, strong protagonist that maybe just only does crazy things when he's fighting, and that would be your addition of the rule of cool into your build. Whereas a full blown out, taking this thing for all that it's worth, rule of cool is going to be doing everything, getting in everybody's face, busting down the front door, jumping out of everything that you can, choosing the fastest, coolest looking cars, dressing your guy to be the coolest looking guy in the Cyberpunk universe. Like I said, the jeans and a bomber jacket might not be the coolest thing in 2077. You know, you might not get away with a flannel and some black pants. You might, but it's Cyberpunk. You guys can tell for yourself. And like I said before, this is a thing that transcends Cyberpunk. It's a normal D&D kind of way of thinking, and in D&D it's supposed to be applied sparingly, whereas you would do cool things every now and then, but you wouldn't abuse it for the sake of storytelling and for the sake of the role play, that, you know, to respect the world that your DM has created. You're not just going to absolutely cheese through everything, and you're not going to downplay certain things by making everything over the top, because if everything's over the top, then nothing's really that cool. You're in a world where everything looks crazy. In Cyberpunk, that's a little different. In Cyberpunk, especially Cyberpunk 2077, the game that you will be interactively playing and visually seeing, it's okay to be over the top everything. You want to have the coolest experience. If that's your thing, you want to be the guy that you want to be. That's why we're here looking at build ideas. So with that being said, if you guys have ideas, let me know. Maybe I'll make a video, maybe I won't, but chances are I will, because you'll be the one guy commenting. So I will see you soon for another little lore video I think I have planned.